All right, very glad you could join us on Weather AM. Share your weather photos and videos coming up in less than 2 minutes' time. Let's begin at the Columbia Ice Fields in Jasper, Alberta, where some light snow and wind was falling. Beautiful video here. Oh my goodness, Jasper is always breathtaking, but incredibly beautiful, obviously, in the summertime, but the winter too. That storm system, by the way, that brought thunderstorms and snow in southern Alberta, moving its way into Saskatchewan, a little light rain, even a bit of mixing in the higher ground in the southwest. And there's our next storm system impacting northern areas of BC today, south coast come tomorrow. Calgary, by the way, been keeping track of how much snow you've had. Typically, you get about 141 centimeters of snow through the year. You've had 175 through the winter of 2023-2024. So you've been overachieving many areas in Alberta, especially northern BC and parts of Saskatchewan, though still dealing with that long-term drought going on. Well, today we've got some gusty conditions across Saskatchewan, Manitoba, some light showers, and temperatures and conditions in southern Alberta generally calmer than yesterday. Now the wind, that could be 50 to 60 kilometers per hour across the grain belt today, and any rain we see would be passing in nature, possibly the odd rumble of thunder into Manitoba with those troughs passing by. But Winnipeg over the next few days running above seasonal values. Next week, though, across the prairies, things could get interesting. A potential for a couple of storm systems that will drop your temperatures, bring some rain, and possibly some snow. Now, the moisture will be needed. Will you want snow, though? Well, that is the good news, bad news scenario. British Columbia, we've got the coastal rains and wind for northern areas today. The south, you'll start to get into some of that come tomorrow. Looks like about 20-30 millimeters worth of rain. It'll dry up by Friday. And go to Barrie, and Amir, good job capturing that lightning in Barrie. We had reports of even up to toonie-sized hail, along with these thunderstorms down in places that are in Listowel and Walton and Blythe and Brussels. And, Toronto didn't see the thunderstorms. Hamilton Airport reported some thunder and lightning out of that. Well, that has now slipped its way southwards. You've got a sweet little gem of a day today before this next batch of storms emanating out of Texas, which has been producing some locally flooding rains down in the south, heads up towards the north. The East Coast still dealing with this pesky low pressure system off Newfoundland. One more day of scattered flurries, and then your temperatures will start to rise because you're going to be on the milder side of this whole Texas low. All right, so first of all, let's start off with some temperatures, conditions. Watch the drive this morning. We've seen anywhere between Wawa all the way out towards Dryden. Some fog advisories in place. 13 in Thunder Bay, 16 in the Sioux, and Toronto at 16 degrees. Yesterday, St. Catharines hit 25 degrees Celsius. My goodness. And Ottawa, 21 degrees yesterday, your first day of 2024 above 20 degrees, and we'll have an encore performance today. A little more cloud cover in southeastern Ontario and the risk of showers across the St. Lawrence and southwards today. Probably not much in the way of thunder, but some passing rain, about 5 millimeters worth. The East Coast, the Maritimes, chilly start this morning, but shedding layers. And by the way, with this April sun and sunshine, this is true in Ontario as it is in Atlantic Canada, sunscreen, don't forget that. Yeah, we got to get back into it. I have not yet, full disclosure, I've not yet bought my new vial of sunscreen, so I got to get on that as well. All right, so here's our next storm system coming in for overnight tonight. It begins, but Thursday into Friday, we still see those rain showers. Could see a change over to snow north and east of Lake Superior come Friday with the colder air behind it. So strong warm winds ahead of it, colder blustery winds behind it, heavier rain towards the Maritimes and south coast of Newfoundland for you. That begins late Thursday, overnight into Friday and Saturday. So widespread 20 to 40 millimeters of rain. Some areas will see in excess of 50 millimeters of rain. So there could be some localized flooding. And let's talk about those winds. It's a beautiful day today, but those winds will be gusting out of the south on Thursday, turning out of the northwest come Friday. And we could get gusts 50 to 80 kilometers per hour. So a couple of pretty windy days. You want to secure those loose objects. Across the East Coast, substantial amounts of rain, and you too will get quite gusty.